What's up, world? It's your boy Tommy Mav, and I came to spit on some social junk today. What I wanted to speak about today was the whole J-Lo situation. Very annoying. I guess her niggas are niggas, but they don't hear her though, you know. But the All Lives Matter situation and people not really understanding the outrage. I don't condone the outrage. I don't really understand it, because just like she may say something flippant and not really get your full grasp, you're not really understanding her situation. Okay, so when she says all lives matter, or whatever she says, people got annoyed and they were like, oh, how can you say all lives matter when, you know, okay, I'll try to say both points because I really don't have a side. I can understand why people in the Black Lives get mad when they say all lives matter. And I can understand where they're short-sighted. And I can understand on the other side why people say all lives matter, yet get annoyed when people say Black Lives Matter. So I'm really not on either side. I'm just saying my point. Okay, when you say Black Lives Matter, you know what I'm saying, that Black lives are important is another way of stating that. Black lives are important for Black lives are important, and I really think they should write, instead of just putting Black Lives Matter, they should put Black Lives Matter as well, which will clear up the problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I guess they get more attention by just keeping it the way it is. Well, I'm like, why not just add as well on it? It's already a super ass long title, Black Lives Matter. You know, it's not really like one word. Now, if it was something like, you know, Black Panthers, then you can't just really add something to it. But Black Lives Matter is already a freaking statement. So just put Black Lives Matter and put as well at the end. But I guess you can't put BLMAW, you know. But then again, you wouldn't have, I don't know. All I'm trying to say is, I don't really get if you're going to put Black Lives Matter, just put as well at the end. Solves everybody's problem. The right can't use it against you, and people, and you don't have to worry about people misunderstanding your meaning when you say Black Lives Matter. But I digress. My whole point is that when you say Black Lives Matter, or when you make the assertion that Black Lives Matter, you're not saying that other lives, at least from what I get out of it. I can make the argument that some of them are saying that only black people matter because they say some real racist stuff. The funny thing I notice about a lot of people, whether they black, white, or otherwise, they think it's okay to say really racist shit when it's just you and them. You ever talking to somebody and they'll say something and you just like, whoa, you forgot your hood. You know, and it's like they feel comfortable as long as you the same race as theirs and just saying the most racist shit, and they think you're just gonna be like, well, nobody's around. We all, like Hulk Hogan said, we're all a little racist. Nah, motherfucker, you racist. Nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't racist. Like when people try to get me to hate white people, or when they try to say stuff to thinking I'm gonna be like, yeah, that is real. White people, no, because that's too stupid. It's counterproductive to me to make an assumption about all white people, just like I'm pretty sure it's counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? It's counterproductive for me to make an assumption about all white people, while at the same time wanting white people to see me as an individual. That what kills me. You know how them cry because they're... No, I don't know how. When did white people become one person? And they'll say it to you like you supposed to just be like, yeah, that's true. You know, white people don't care about nobody. You know, white people are evil. You know, white people don't. I know it's not a statement of oppression, but it is a statement, kind of like when you say black people are thugs, or And black people are racist too. I would trip you out. Black people are racist against all races, white, including their own. White people are racist against all races, including their own. And it goes on and on and on. Because the truth of the matter is, the real problem is the scientific method. That tells you to take a population sample. It doesn't matter where you get the population sample from. Let's take a population sample, do an estimate of how many of those people are, do research on how many of that small, well, no matter how small your population sample is, do a assumption on all of them, and then, do a research on a few of them, on all of them, and then basically do a percentage-wise. You have people tell you straight up and down facts about people or things based on stuff that they have no idea what they're talking about. And then they'll tell you, I've been around so many people. Like when I hear people say, man, all cops like that. All cops like what? All cops in that can't possibly be true. Why? Because there'd be a lot more dead black people if all cops were like this guy. I don't think that's true. There's a lot of dead black people. Says who? You know what I'm saying? That's when you get to the point where you just start to just, like, dude, say what you want. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? You took a small population sample and you made an assumption about an entire group of people. But it's okay to do it when it doesn't affect you. And that's why it's a bigger problem when white people do it. Because white people are such a large part of the majority, such a large part of the population, that when they think a certain way, they generally sway public perception of it, right? When white people don't give a shit about it, or for the most part, don't give a shit about it, it generally is not really reported on. You know what I'm saying? Like reason why all these police brutality situations keep getting overblown is because mostly white women. As long as white women give a shit about it, and all of a sudden it becomes it becomes something everybody cares about. Yeah, and now it's fairly common for a lot of white people to have white women to have white black friends. So it's fairly common now for everybody to care about racism and stuff like that. When before, women were mostly in the house, so they really didn't have black friends. So and men just don't give a shit about stuff that don't concern them, right? Just being real. I'm trying to think. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, shows you how on point I am. But yeah, Black Lives Matter and all these things, they get blown up because people care about these things that aren't really, because white people care about it more. But for the most part, we all have assumptions about certain people, and we use the scientific method to figure it out. And so it leads to a lot of backlash when we make dumbass comments based on our small population samples. But back to Jennifer Lopez. The whole point I was trying to make about her is that it's fair. There's a lot of different things that could have happened in that situation. She could have not known, and been like, is this a situation where all lives matter? She could have probably been like, what's the name of that new movement? All Lives Matter. I'm gonna put that up. She doesn't seem like she gives a shit about anything that doesn't really concern her. Even on Spanish issues, you rarely hear her speak out about anything. She's literally just, Dave Chappelle said, well, that's not even true because she can't sing. She can't really act. She doesn't really dance all that well either. She's like below average at everything except looks. But what else was I say? Yeah. So that was a big point that she probably just was like, what's the new thing? And then just said all lives matter. Or secondly, she probably didn't even post it. Probably was posted by someone else. So I mean, but then J-Lo's an easy target. You saw what happened after she did the my niggas, but they don't hear me. When she made that song, they blasted her ass. And she's just like, I'm sorry, please don't be mad at me. When you do that, when you go out like a pussy, when somebody presses you, that gives them more ammo to press you. Another reason why Rush Limbaugh never gets messed with about racial stuff, because he just says more obnoxious shit when they press him. All right. He knew that thing he said about black quarterbacks was total bullshit, right? But it would get a response. But he knew it would get a response, and then then when they pressed him about him being racist, he said people get mad about stuff they know is true. So people are like, forget this idiot. He's an idiot. He doesn't get it. J-Lo, on the other hand, tries to act like she's smart and that she understands the gravitas of what she said when she really don't give a shit. Just do what Rush Limbaugh. I guess it doesn't matter because a large part of her population, I mean, her fans are black and Latino, so I guess it wouldn't really work for her. But yeah, she's an easy target because she's kind of a pop urban artist. Kind of like if Usher came out and said something like that. Bow Wow also said some dumb shit. But these celebrities, man, we gotta stop this, man. These celebrities don't know shit about nothing. And half of them didn't even graduate from high school. Half of them aren't that smart. They try to act like they're smart. Well, I had a tutor on set. These people show up and literally will talk to them about 3 hours. They go to school for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And most of the time, they ain't really learning nothing but how to read and write. They're not learning anything specific. And the only reason why they do that is because the studios make it so they have to do it so that they can be able to work. Half of these guys, these rappers and guys on tour, them tutors don't be teaching them nothing. Don't teach them anything. But anyway, that was my I don't want to do a quick video on that. I just wanted to point out the lady probably just didn't know any better. And stop holding these freaking people to higher standards than you hold yourself. They're not the smartest people. They're just people who got lucky by just screwing their way to the top. As in Bow Wow and Bow Wow, both of them slept with men to get their spot. And that's just it. They both hoard themselves out. They're not special. They're not smart. You know what I'm saying? So stop holding these celebrities to a higher standard. They're not there because they're smart. They're there because they either slept with somebody or they knew somebody. They're not there because they're just talented, otherworldly people.